So today I'm going to take you step by step on opening up a Monarch Money budgeting account. Now we're going to actually have the app loaded up here in real time so you can see all the questions it will ask you as we go through this process. Now when we go through this, you can check out the link in the show notes down below to take you right to the App Store or directly on the website if you're on a desktop. So you can actually go ahead and help support out the channel to make more free content just like this. So now that we have the actual app downloaded, we're going to click on the open here for us and go through the sign up process. Now for us here on our mobile phones, this is going to be a little bit simpler, but I'm going to go through a little bit more of the steps here just so you can see all of it. So right over here on the homepage of Monarch, you actually can log in with a Apple ID or a Google account, which does kind of speed up the process a little bit more as it will have your username / password typically all combined into one. So what we're going to actually do for our example here is actually sign up with our email address personally. So we're going to go ahead and tap over here at the very bottom. And first and foremost, of course, we'll ask for that email address we want to use. We're going to plug that in and move over to the send verification code once that is highlighted. Now we went ahead and got that email verification code, which we go ahead now and plug into our app here for us, which then highlights our verify email. So we're going to go ahead and tap on that and move over to the next step right here, which is going ahead and creating our password. There are some requirements for that, so make sure we check on that when creating our password, and then the create password, and then the create password button will be highlighted for us to move on to the next step. So next up, it's actually going to ask you what brings you to Monarch, and there are a lot of different options here for us as well too. So make sure you read through those and choose the option that works best for you. So the account kind of gets a little bit more curated towards what you're looking for, such as whether you're wanting to track your investments, do budgets with your partner, pay down some debt, save for big purchases, any of those options that work best for you. Make sure you click on that and we'll move over to the next step after. So next up here, it's going to ask how you heard about Monarch. And funny enough, there's actually not even a YouTube option here for us. You can also skip here if you wanted to as well. Whichever option, it will go ahead and jump us over to that next step. All right, so next up here, it is going to ask for some of our personal information, such as our first name and the last name. It's going to ask us for our country, and then it says, do you manage your finances with a partner? Do you work with a financial professional? So you can go ahead and toss all those in, and then the continue button will be highlighted for us to move on to the next step. So the next step here is actually going with your account plan. Now you do get a free trial when going through that link, so you can actually go ahead and test this out to see how it works for you. And this actually breaks down how your free trial works, which I absolutely love. And then you have two options, whether you want to pay for the subscription for a full year, which will actually save you quite a bit of money, or you can of course go through the monthly plan as well if you would like. Whichever option works best for you, you can go ahead and highlight. You can see back here and forth over here, and then you can click on start 7-day free trial. Now, when you go ahead and click on Start Free Trial, it actually brings up a secondary menu so that way you can verify all the information. Again, you can see the week trial. You can also see how much you're going to be charged and when you're going to be charged. And if everything looks good, you can double click on that side button there to go ahead and subscribe. And now we are officially on the dashboard of our Monarch Money account. Of course, there are a few additional things we want to be doing in this account to be able to add our banks and start making our budgets functional. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to have that link in the show notes down below for you. I invite you to check that out. That actually gets you an extended free trial period. So you're not just getting the 7 days, you're actually getting a little bit more than that. And that also helps support out the channel so we make more free content just like this for you. Now, speaking of free content, check out our next video right over here on screen so you can keep learning more about your finances.